good story that I think would use. In 1949, I had just graduated from law school. That's a long time ago. And I took the bar examination in New York, and it takes quite a while to get results from the bar exam. And so I left New York to go to Chicago for a number of purposes. One, to visit an aunt and uncle who lived there, and I was welcome to stay with them. But while in Chicago for the summer of 1949, I thought I would get a little job that would provide me with some extra spending money. And so I got a job with a company called Baby Tots Studio, which was, the job was going around from door to door and asking people who opened the door if they would like to have photographs taken by our company's photographers, particularly of babies. That's why the studio was called Baby Tots Studio. Well, I went around and mostly to middle-class neighborhoods and was able to secure approval for our photographer to come around, because the trick was that there'd be free additional prints, and it was a reasonably low-cost situation. And so in my travels around from door to door, I of course was told no, go away, as door-to-door salespeople are often advised and even threatened occasionally. But on one occasion, I had rung a doorbell, and I might mention the title of my little story here is An Unusual Dinner. In the course of my life, as I look back, I've had the good fortune of enjoying dinners at some of the great places in the world, like Restaurant La Serre in Paris, and probably one of the most memorable dinners or lunches that I've ever had was aboard the first-class dining room of the SS France, where once upon a time I was a guest, and that was about a 15 tasting course dinner with champagnes and what have you. So I've had, as I say, the good fortune. But on this occasion in Chicago, I rang a doorbell, and a gruff-looking man came to the door, and he said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Well, do you have any babies for taking pictures? And we would be delighted to take a picture of any little children that you have." And whereupon the man grabbed my coat and dragged me into the house. I was shaken. And he came in, and as I came in, and there were a number of people seated at a dinner table, and he said, "I'm Ralph Capone. That's a picture of my brother, Al, right up there." This is 1949. His brother Al was serving a life sentence, I believe, in the federal penitentiary. And Ralph, of course, was a member of the crime family, which I knew the name, particularly because I had graduated from law school, and in the process of studying law, one comes across the appellation Capone, which meant crime. Anyway, Ralph Capone dragged me to the dinner table and sat me down, and he said, "You're eating with us." How could I refuse?
You can't.
The family was more than gracious. They plied my plate again and again with pastas of all kinds and sausage and what have you. and lots of red wine, Chianti, I expect. And I kept wondering what I was in for. I was in for nothing but a very pleasant, enjoyable dinner with the Capone family. And I walked out shaking a little, but nonetheless quite pleased with myself. Went on, came home, and always watched for news of what happened to Al and Ralph Capone. And so it's a survival story, but one about a memorable dinner. Thank you.